Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us here at the First Alert Desk. I'm Maria Moreau. Taking a look to my right here, you can see a dreary Tuesday currently underway. This is a look at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. We have had a crew out there all morning long throughout today, and a lot of people are making their way back after Christmas, after all of the holiday family time. They are flying back today. More will fly back after the new year, but as you can see, already some trouble with the weather for those that are making their way home. Want to take you out actually to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. It has been quite the adventure today. For the most part, lines have been going well. We did hear from some of you that you've experienced some delays, that you arrived at the airport early in anticipation for that holiday traffic, but still were caught up whether it was getting through TSA or just making it to your gate. You're not alone. 20,000 Georgians are flying back home between today and this week, just closing out their holiday after spending some much needed time with family and friends and loved ones. And as our Bridget Spencer will tell you, it is looking like the world's busiest airport is living up to its name.
Is proving to be just that. An airport spokesperson tells me the busiest time for the airport is between 5 and 10 o'clock this morning. Take a look. You can see the long line that stretches all the way from the main checkpoint entry area all the way into the atrium of the airport. Now, surprisingly, it has been a smooth travel period here at Atlanta's airport and across the country. Airlines were prepared and equipped to avoid a repeat of last year's chaos full of cancellations and delays. Now, there have been some cancellations, and those were attributed to the foggy weather in Chicago. There are also some storm threats in the plains that will impact some travel. But meanwhile, here in Atlanta, while things have been certainly busy, people have been moving. We spoke to a man who was headed to California. He was standing in the atrium line and was not expecting the long wait.
It's just a lot. I don't know what to think. I just want to go.
We're told 7.5 million people are expected to travel by air this year, so keep that in mind. Lots of people will be walking the hallways of this airport today. It is urged that you arrive between 2 to 3 hours before your plane departs. From Atlanta's airport, Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
Yeah, and an important reminder in other news to make sure that you are keeping valuables, belongings on you and not in your car. Some of you on our Atlanta News First YouTube Live already asking questions about the recent car break-in that we brought to you on Atlanta News First. I'm going to show you that video here that's really going viral now on social media, showing the moments a suspect, a car thief, breaks into a vehicle, and steals what we have learned from officials was money, a gun, and identification cards. Now, police are asking for your help identifying this person. This happened near the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Northwest Atlanta, and about 20 vehicles were actually broken into. This is just one car that we have obtained dash cam footage. The owner of this vehicle shared with us. It happened on Christmas Eve, and as you can see, caught on tape in broad daylight, the owner of this dash cam video saying, you know, the thief broke into their car. It was parked along the stadium. You can see the glass being broken as he then climbs in the back seat and ramages through the vehicle. Now, the owner of the vehicle said in total they lost about $2,000 in cash, again, a gun and identification cards. We are keeping an update and a lookout from police and investigators, and we will let you know whether they make an arrest in this investigation. All right, moving on. Speaking of next year, 2024, believe it or not, the presidential election is closer than you might think, and absentee ballot requests are already open for you to request your ballot if that is the way that you are planning to vote in the 2024 presidential primary election. That happens March 12th. Now, as a reminder, absentee ballots are an option for all voters. You do not need a reason to get a ballot mailed to you, but you do have to physically request one. Absentee ballots can be requested anytime between now and March 1st. You can go online. We have a link for you on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com. And as the gifts are unwrapped, the presents are all opened, now comes throwing all of that extra rubbish out. In fact, experts say household garbage tends to increase by about 25% between Christmas and New Year's Day, understandably. But before you head to the dumpster with all of the extra garbage that you might have from opening presents, take a closer look at what you're about to throw out. You may be able to recycle or even reuse it. So a couple of things to keep in mind. Cardboard boxes and paper products that are not lined should be recycled. Make sure that any tape or packaging material is removed first. Wrapping paper is recyclable, but not all of it. You want to look out for glitter, gloss, and plastic laminations. That should go in the garbage. Bows and ribbons are absolutely not recyclable, so try to reuse them if you can. And cardboard boxes, again, that should be tossed in the proper bin. Now, a lot of you are also going to be taking down the Christmas tree between now and really over the next couple of weeks. If you can go the reuse route, consider replanting your tree in your yard or garden for birds to use as a shelter. That's always a good idea to repurpose your Christmas tree. But if you are planning to dispose of your tree, there are a bunch of community wood chipping events and services that are happening around the metro. We actually have a link for you on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com, and in the Atlanta News First app that you can go to, and they'll tell you specifically in your county where you can dispose of your tree. So that is happening between now and over the next couple of weeks. Many counties are going to be offering wood chipping events and just helping you make sure that you are properly disposing of all of your holiday decor as we make it into the new year. All right, and finally, I want to leave you with this, just a happy Kwanzaa from us here at Atlanta News First. If you are not familiar with this celebration, this is day one of Kwanzaa. It is a 7-day celebration of African culture, and it is observed every year from December 26th to January 1st. So right after we wrap up Christmas, we jump into another holiday. Now, unlike many other winter holidays, Kwanzaa isn't tied to any single religion. It is shaped by traditions and values from all around the continent of Africa. Each of the 7 days of Kwanzaa is associated with one of 7 specific principles: unity, self-determination, collective work, and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. I can get behind that. That leaves a warm feeling in my heart and definitely keeps the holiday spirit going. Make sure that if you haven't called your loved ones, wishing them a good end to the year, that you do. And other than that, we'll keep you updated here on Atlanta News First with your latest stories and major headlines that are making news. Our Atlanta News First team of reporters are out right now in your communities, talking to folks like you, getting your stories, so you can make sure to tune into that, starting with our Atlanta News First newscast at 3. In the meantime, taking you back out here, not the prettiest picture, but a look at the weather outside. If you are currently indoors, you might want to download the First Alert Weather app so you can stay up to date on the conditions, especially for those of you that are possibly traveling back or making the commute home from work. Wishing you a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in.